Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface on the beta for World of Warcraft's next expansion, Legion. Now, I've already brought you a couple of world bosses, well, at least one, anyway. And today I'm going to bring you another one. This one is called CALAMIR, which is kind of weird, but never mind. And this is an elemental which shifts between frost, fire, and arcane magic. Now, all the world bosses don't have a lot of abilities, but the good news is there are going to be 11 world bosses on release of Legion, so there's plenty to get your teeth into. Likelihood is you'll probably see a new world boss, well, almost every week for the first couple of months or so. Blizzard, though, are trying to make world bosses a lot more relevant, and so once a reset, there will be a world quest which is attached to one of the world bosses, and if you complete that quest, you'll get yourself a pretty substantial reward. Maybe a piece of gear, maybe some artifact power in abundance, so it'll help you make your weapon a bit more powerful. And on top of that, the world boss has its own individual loot table, so if you are fortunate enough, you may even be able to double down on rewards here. Get the reward for the world quest, plus the reward from the world boss's own individual loot table. Wouldn't that be nice, considering it drops 860 epic stuff at the moment? So, there are 6 abilities in total. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but they come out with great frequency and regularity, so there's always something to be mindful of. 2 in Frost, 2 in Fire, and 2 in Arcane. Let's start off with a couple of fire abilities to begin with. We have Burning Bomb, where the boss will affect certain targets with this bomb effect. It is a magical effect, so Dispellers, you can dispel this off of people. If you don't and it explodes, it'll deal 400k damage to all targets within 10 yards of the affected people. Now, 400k may seem a lot, but if you look at my health pool, at full health, I'm clocking in at just under 1.6 million health. And my item level at the recording of this video, which was done approximately a week or so ago, was around about 830-ish. So that's pretty gimp, pretty standard level 110 starting item level, okay? So nothing too good, you know, a few heroics, a few pieces of gear from that, and that's pretty much it. You suddenly find yourself tanks going into the echelons of 3+ million health at the moment, and again, we're just starting out the expansion. So healers, you shouldn't have too much trouble with that ability. It then does Wrathful Flames, where he'll put pockets of fire on the ground, which you can see here, which will last for a minute should you stand in the fire, and of course you wouldn't, would you? Because nobody in the World of Warcraft ever stands in fire. You will receive 250k fire damage every 2 seconds. So don't. Just don't. Now, let's move on to the Frost abilities. 2 here. Icy Comet, number 1. Rains down icy comets on people, deals 610k damage, and it leaves that frozen ground effect that you can see here at the moment. If you stand on that, it will actually reduce your haste and movement speed by 75%. So, guess what? That's it. Stand in it as much as you can. No, wait. Don't stand in it at all. Normal kind of stuff. He'll also do a Howling Gale ability, which is channeled, where he deals 91.5k damage every second to players within 30 yards, and he'll also pull those players towards him and slow them down as well. And then we have the 2 arcane abilities to look out for. We've got the Arcano Pulse, very nicely sounding ability, where you'll see these arcane balls that are orbiting around the boss. If you are unlucky enough to hit one, it'll deal 520k arcane damage to any player, and also teleport them 15 yards in a random direction. God knows where you might end up, and it'll also stun you for 2 seconds. So when you come out of the teleport and you're on something nasty, tough titty, don't hit the orbs. And then finally, we've got the Arcane Desolation, where he releases a wave of magic dealing 125k damage to all players and knocks them up in the air. Also notice, of course, how the Arcano pulses start off relatively close to the boss and then start to get a little bit further and further away. So both melee and range have to be wary of these abilities. But those are the 6 that it produces. But you notice we've still got the arcane balls going around. We've got pockets of fire on the floor. We've also got those pockets of ice on the floor which reduce movement speed and also haste as well. So there is plenty to be on the lookout at all times. Bit of a hectic fight. Very enjoyable, to be perfectly honest with you. As a melee, I always felt as if I had to be on my toes at all occasions. There's the Howling Gale. You can see pulsing away. And we defeat the world boss and get our reward. What did I get? A bloody gold 50. Typical bloody me. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up. And also subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Links, they're in the description down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care, everybody. Bye-bye.